Well, today is a successful gopher trapping day. I know a lot of folks don't really care to see gophers getting caught. I really don't either, to be honest with you, but they totally destroy the yard. Let me show you what's going on. This trap is sprung. That one's not. This is going to be the same gopher that made all of these, but let me show you how many mounds this one gopher made in a matter of about 4 days. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. 40 mounds. And you can kind of see the entire track of it going all the way around the tree up that way. 40 mounds. Now, to be fair, from here over were all made in the last 4 days, and these were made the 3 days prior to that. So 7 days total made this many mounds. That is absolutely insane. And you know, there's other techniques and ways of dealing with them, but trapping them, getting rid of them is about the only truly effective way. And unfortunately, most of the times the gophers don't make it through. But yeah, it's pretty insane. And they dig a huge pile. So what I do is I lay the traps down and then I drive over the pile and flatten them out so I don't hit them whenever I'm mowing. Now, a lot of people say, well, what kind of damage do they actually do because you can't see anything? So this is what happens. The reason why this yard is so rough whenever you're going over it with the zero turn, even if you have a really great suspension system, you know, like this Toro Z-Master does, the challenge you run into is some of the bumps are so jarring, it can feel like it's about to eject you from the seat, especially if you're going at any speed. So what happens with these gopher runs is after it rains, they collapse in and they create a little trench that you can't see from the surface, but it's a soft spot and it could be a 2-inch little trench. And when you hit them, it really, really can throw you up. So, you know, this is just something you got to do to get rid of them. And I seem to have caught one here. So I'm going to dig this guy up and see what we found. So there he is right there. This little guy is the one that's been causing so much issues for me. Dug 40 holes, or 40 mounds, from just this little fella right here. And he's upset. But yeah, we're gonna get rid of him, go ahead and feed the hawks. Don't know if I see any circling overhead right at the moment, but they come out pretty quickly whenever you toss one of their favorite meals out there. All right, so I'm back here on the property with the Gopher Catcher Mobile, or the Toro Z-Master 2000 HDX, courtesy of the folks over at Toro. And I got another trap that I set that's been sprung. I set this one the day after I set another one that was sprung, and I got something. So let's dig it up and see what's in there. Another one down. I think I'm on 15 or 16. I can't recall. Got to go back to my chart. I'm either on 15 or 16. So yeah, these things are working. This one caught him the right way around the neck, so I don't have to go through the process of having to kill this one. But I'm going to feed the birds. It's a very, very foggy day today, so not sure they'll be able to see it. But yeah, we'll keep the circle of life going. But these gopher hawks certainly work well and super convenient, especially considering they have that little indicator there to let you know when the trap goes off, so you know if it's time to move it around. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and get rid of this fella and place the trap somewhere else. Okay, so I wanted to give you guys a quick update on the Skag Cheetah 2 and the Toro Z-Master 2000 HDX that we have. This one was provided to us complimentary of the folks over at Toro for review and evaluation on the channel. I appreciate that. This one I paid my hard-earned money for, and the tractor I paid my hard-earned money for. But this one has about 6 hours on it. Cheetah has about 5 hours on it. And this one we've used a bit more ever since we got it back. And then this one right here, we've also been using quite a bit, as you can tell, over the last couple of weeks. So the Toro has some really great strengths, and the Skag has some really great strengths. And let's talk about kind of the pros and cons of each so far. So the My Ride system on the Toro is phenomenal. It really is. It is a cool system. It is super comfortable. But when it comes to really large bumps, really large, divots in the ground, basically the type of stuff that you get when you have gophers chewing up your yard, and you get these little ruts, kind of like speed bumps almost in the ground, that collapse in on themselves once the gophers are gone, you really feel it. So this does bounce a lot, and it gives you a lot of really great dampening, but at the same time though, it can kind of feel a bit jarring in the sense that it really wants to move when you hit some of those bumps and it bottoms out. Now, this isn't a normal yard that I think most people mow, because this is very much, at one point in its past was ranch land. This was ranch grass. This is not the type of real smooth turf that you might typically see in a residential community. And quite frankly, when you mow that type of yard and then you move to this one, you feel the bumps very quickly. And this does a good job of compensating, but it doesn't smoothen it out completely. It really still transfers some of that shock to you when you hit a lot of bumps, especially the deeper ones. Now, what I really like about this mower, and where it really stands out, and it's almost hard to want to take the Skag out because of this, are the attachments. The fact that I have 2 buckets attached to it. I have one that I keep a power drill, some fence supplies in, augers, things like that. The other one, I keep all my other tools in, stuff I need to take out their shovel. This is really my Gopher setup right here for all my probes and, the traps and all that stuff. And this creates a more than mower, if that makes sense. These allow me to use the mower so much more productively than just having a lawnmower. Let me give you an example. Let's say I get out on the yard and I'm mowing and I see a new gopher mound. And typically, if I was in my Skag, I would kind of have to keep an eye on where it's at, and then I'd just complete mowing the grass. But I would circle around it, or I'd have to put something on it, because if I knock it down, it's hard to find with all the other mole mounds that have been knocked down. It'll just look like another old mound that I've knocked over. So if I take the Skag out, I, in essence, have to come back and bring my traps, bring everything with me. I can carry it on the Skag. I can put it in a bucket and keep it right there, between my legs whenever I'm going back out there. But I have to finish up, go to the garage, pick up the supplies, and go back out there and set my mole traps. So that's one scenario. Second scenario is I get to the end of the driveway and I have to weed eat. Well, if I have this, I don't have my weed eater on me, so I have to go back when I'm done, get the weed eater, either walk it down there or carry it on the mower or put it in the back of my truck, whatever, get it down to wherever I need it, and then utilize it, and then bring it back. Believe it or not, that can be really, really inconveniencing if you have a big yard. Like, extremely inconveniencing. And even if I had a UTV or side-by-side, it still wouldn't solve that problem, because I'm going to have to take the mower, go back, get everything I need, and go back out there to fix whatever I need to do, whether it's weed eat or set gopher traps or do fence repair. If I take this Toro Z-Master out, that's all I really need. I can carry the equipment I need for my fence in there, or whatever I'm going to go out there and fix. The fence is just an example. If I need to carry some extra nails or staples or whatever to put up a piece of barbed wire to fix something that's fallen over, to rehang something, I can put it in there. I can keep all my gopher stuff in here, and I have my weed eater on me right there. And that is the battery-powered weed eater that they provided me, which is super awesome. Or I can put my Echo there, or whatever I want, I can put it there. And I have everything I need with me. So on more than one occasion already, I've taken the mower out, I park it, I do everything I need weed eating wise, I set my gopher traps right away, I knock the mound down, set my gopher trap, and then I'm done. And I fix whatever I need to fix, and then I just come back. Just the other day, I needed to move a motion detector from one part of the yard to another part of the yard. I just hopped in this thing, had my power drill, my screws, my bits inside of the blue bucket back there, and simply took off to where I needed to go to get everything I needed done. And I came back, and while I was out there, I actually weed-eated around a post that I had forgotten to. And again, it's just the flexibility that having all this stuff attached to your mower gives you. If you're a commercial operator, I could see it being even more important to have your weed eater on you, to have a shovel, to have little things on you, to have some, fire ant granules, just stuff with you to take care of problems while you're out in an area, as opposed to finishing, then having to come back, bring your tools back, bring whatever you need back to finish a job. From a productivity perspective, makes a ton of sense, and I'm really enjoying this. It's worked out really well. Don't get me wrong, the Cheetah is a phenomenal mower. It is an absolute beast, and it is really comfortable. It's probably, if I had to rank it, this is probably like a 7, this is probably like a 9 in terms of comfort. It's definitely able to handle the yard really well. Haven't had any more issues ever since, everything was fixed in terms of the spindles, but this thing has been working really, really well, but it's just a mower. I can haul my garbage cans to the curb. I guess that's really nice, but it's just a mower. This is like a utility vehicle. It gives me everything I need, when I need it, where I need it, while I'm out there. And that saves a ton of fuel, it saves a ton of time, and it gets jobs done quicker, and I don't have to go back and forth constantly with different equipment to get something taken care of. And I have to really give this thing a huge thumbs up because of that. It is slower than the Cheetah. The Cheetah on its higher speed is super, super fast, and you can feel it. But this gets me everywhere I need to go fast enough. I don't feel like I need to go any faster. If I have to go any faster, something's wrong. I'm probably going to be throwing everything out of my buckets and, risking damaging the mower, and I don't want to do that. So I don't take this thing as fast as I could possibly go, except when I'm on the road going back and forth, and that's not very often. It's pretty much getting out there, doing what I need to do, then coming back and being done. And I've just been really impressed. And I wanted to give you guys a follow-up because it deserves that type of follow-up, because if you think you're getting this mower just for a mower, once you get all these attachments on it, it turns into so much more than just a mower. And if you're a commercial operator, that time is money, and that money is, important. That's what feeds your family. That's what keeps you going. That's what gets you more jobs. That's what gets you paid better and gets you happier customers. So I could see how something like this would work out really well for a commercial operator. Anyways, guys, I sure hope you've enjoyed this video. I know it's an update on the mowers. A lot of people ask questions about it. I've put some time on both of these mowers. They've been working out really well for me, but this is absolutely beyond just a mower. It's a utility machine, and it's worked out really well. Guys, if you haven't had a chance, please take a moment, subscribe to my channel, give me a thumbs up, and we'll talk to you again very soon.